Oh no, this is the reason why Dr. Frost started this in the first place. Now everybody's going to know his secret reason. Oh no, no, it's his vote for Dr. Stephen Frost for United States President in 2020. The reason why is that the FDA is not protecting our children from electroshock therapy. No, Steve Frost hates child abuse. Say that those are like children. Say we don't like that. So it says like this. It's evil that Stephen Frost wants to end the civil rights violation of the mentally ill if elected President of the United States of America in 2020. Evil. That's evil if you want to abuse the mentally ill. Now, if you want to treat the mentally ill nicely, like I do, well, then you want to protect their rights instead of abuse them, judge. See, that's why I had to run for president of the United States in 2020. That's not a delusion. That's called an election. Someone had to step up. And I told everybody, I said, look, I'll go under Donald Trump, and I'll take care of the FDA, and I'll get rid of electroshock therapy that way, meaning President Trump's my friend. And if he decides that he wants to do it that way, that's fine. But until the meantime, how does putting a finger in an electric shock, electrosocket cure a disease when we know lithium and omega-3 fatty acids do the trick? That's the reason why I don't have any mental problems, Judge, is because I take omega-3s called eating fish a couple of times a week, as I've documented, called that a videotape or just telling my girlfriend that. And then I also take lithium at 300 milligrams each day as required by my psychiatrist. The medication actually does something called work, meaning that's how you stop being manic, is by taking medication. Lithium is an essential mineral, and I probably need a little bit more lithium because I actually use my brain a little bit more than you, Judge. That's how you cure diseases, by taking medication. See, you take an aspirin to keep a headache. No, you keep an aspirin and then it takes your headache away. If you take lithium, it takes mania away because it's been proven in science. Judge, that's how stupid people are. Oh no, protect your children from electroshock therapy. That's evil, according to Colleen McClory. She actually wants children to be tortured because she knows all about this. So, of course, that's what Colleen wants. She wants children to be tortured. That's wonderful, Colleen. You just prove that you don't love anyone. So, please, that's why I had to run. I mean, anyone that says, you know it, the judge didn't know this, you knew it, said, call your Illinois congressman now if you want to end torture. I can't even spell, so I apologize for not being able to spell, because people, it's the message that counts, not the perfect spelling. See, torture of electroshock therapy on your children, they are not laboratory rats. Duh. That means if you torture your children, you break something called the international laws, not local, called international laws. They were set up after World War II. They were for illegal human experimentation. That was ratified at Helsinki Accord, which I'm an expert at because I had to do clinical trials. I had to have an international review board check for blood withdrawal. Well, psychiatrists, if they did it properly, they could do it. I mean, they file appropriate paperwork, a clinical trial, and then it's monitored by an international review board. I absolutely don't care what it is. All it has to be is monitored with a clinical protocol so that we can learn from it and then make better decisions in the future. If you do not document your work, you do not proceed and learn from it. That's the first rule in science. You document your work and then you move on. If you do not document, then you're not a scientist and you're not a doctor. They're not documenting this. All I'm asking is that psychiatrists not be convicted of illegal activities, is that they be held accountable to now at this time to actually do proper clinical protocols, which are cake, because I can do them in like 15 minutes. And then you get an international review board, which are already set up. It just takes like a couple of days, maybe a week or two, because I did mine in a couple of weeks. It's not the end of the world. But if you actually do this, you are now torturing children. And now if you promote this, and our government promotes it, then you have broken international laws, and our United States government now is tyrannical in the world because you no longer follow Helsinki Accord and you say it's good. The United States government must take action, and that's the reason why I'm running, because this is against international law, and now the FDA and the United States government is saying this is proper behavior, which it is absolutely not, because there's no clinical data at all that says that children are improved by this. If there was a shred of clinical data, I would not have done it, but there is absolutely not, and therefore, as a civil rights leader, I am trying to protect the children of Illinois, and therefore, Rockford judge, you absolutely didn't know what you were doing. You actually called me an abuser when Colleen McClory knew that I was doing this to stop child abuse. So it's Colleen McClory that's the real abuser here, not me.